Well, we did it once. We had such much fun. We thought, let's do it again.
Number two.
Number two is the second part of our Student Athlete Awards program here from the Epifano McDonald's in Jeffersonville. It's part of the Epifano McDonald's McSaturday Saturday show.
Saturday?
Did I say that twice? Okay.
It's all right. We'll give you a donut. You'll feel better.
Thank you. I'll feel better. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyway, Randy Young with you along with Nick Epifano. We're glad to have you with us on this program where you have special male and a female Student Athlete Award winners from Greenview and Fayette Christian School with special guests during this segment. So we hope that if you didn't get to catch the kids maybe and the coaches from Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse, you can go back later and you can watch that on Facebook. The Epifano Sports Network or YouTube channel.
Epifano Sports Network's on YouTube also.
That's right, so don't forget it. Things have been working right today, knock on wood.
You had to say it.
Jinxed it. Anyway.
Oh, maybe I think I'm still on mute now. I'm teasing.
No, don't do that.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
Started the show and been on mute.
But anyway, we're glad to have you folks with us and hope you enjoy the next hour plus of the program. We got, as I mentioned, some guests that we'll be talking to in just a little bit. Right now, we want to talk to Nick Epifano. It's the Christmas season.
It is.
A lot of things going on. People are running around, doing a lot of shopping and stuff. But one thing we want to remind everybody is they can stop by, grab
we have your hot coffee and
hot
chocolates and lattes. All that stuff, cappuccinos.
You like that stuff, don't you?
We have it for you, So it's here. Plus, now you can have a donut with it. Krispy Kreme donuts are now at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Every day, delivered fresh, and they're not just for breakfast. They're all day.
Well, I'm going to say
why supplies last, of course.
Yes,
because we're selling tons.
Yeah, if they run them out during the day,
and Randy won't come in and bake any dough. He's not that guy.
No, I'm not that kind of. I'm not an elf or something like that. But anyway,
he really is an elf, and we don't even know it.
That's why I'm wearing green. But anyway, I was starting to say, I had one like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
For
nice little pick me up.
A little pick me up, and whoo, boy, you're right. They are still fresh.
Yeah.
So take advantage of it as well. And of course, we don't want to forget, not gift certificates, but gift cards now. That's the new technology.
They're here. We have mobile ordering, delivery, all kinds of ways to get to you. 24-hour drive-through at the Leesburg Avenue restaurant. So if you're out late, the other restaurants are all open till 11. So we're here to serve you in Jamestown, Washington Courthouse, and Jeffersonville, all 4 locations. So.
You ever think Ray Kroc, when he started McDonald's, he thought years later, all this stuff, delivering all that stuff was going to happen?
Well, you know what? He did make a comment. He said, I don't know, this is back, when the year 2000 was supposed to be a big inflection point or whatever, but he did say that, I don't know what we'll be selling in the year 2000. We will be selling the most of it.
Yeah.
And he's true. I mean, when you look at how many customers McDonald's serves every day, there's quite a few. So, and we also, tis the season for McRib. It's back.
Yes.
So as you're out, making your Christmas travels and shopping and doing everything, McRib's back. So I enjoy that. $5, meal deal. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Okay, a sandwich, 4 McNuggets, a drink, fry. I mean, what a deal.
Got specials too with $1 and $2.
Yeah, we have all those. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got
all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, so take advantage of it, and of course all that was on their marquee and stuff like that. Or if you want to come in and you just don't want to mess with going right up to the register, but maybe you want to use your kiosk
in order that. You can pre-order. Come in. A lot of people, like when they're traveling, especially Jeffersonville, they'll pre-order, come in, use the restroom, and come up front, and their order's waiting for them, and they just pick it up and go. You can come through the drive-thru that way, or you can just pull up outside at the mobile ordering stations that we have outside, and we'll bring it out to you. So, we're trying to do whatever we can to serve you and take care of you. So, this is kind of like the part where I thank my employees and our customers. Thank you for what you do for us. By coming into my restaurants, you enable us to do things like we're doing today, the scholarships, the working with the homeless, the student athlete awards, and these kind of things. Your investment, you really are investing in our local community in Jamestown, Washington Courthouse, and Jeffersonville when you spend money at the Epifano McDonald's, because we're going to take a portion of that, turn it around, and give it back in many programs that we do, many things that Randy and I do, as well as all these other programs that we do. So we're grateful for your patronage. We pray for you and your families that they have a blessed Merry Christmas and holiday season, and we just hope that everybody remembers what this season's about, our Lord and Savior. And we're so grateful and thankful to be able to do this. I'm thankful for Randy. Randy's had some health issues the last year, and God's brought him through that. We're so thankful for that blessing, and just grateful that he and I can still be together and do these things, and you folks enable us to do that. So thank you again.
Well, with that, we're going to get ready to talk to some young people. I always get excited when you talk to them because you just never know what they're going to say.
Oh yeah, I mean it could be you never know.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff that
yeah, kids going to college and while they're in high school, and engineers and all that stuff.
We had a rocket scientist.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So we're going to start our program in just a moment. When we come back, we'll start talking with a couple of our guests again from Greenview and Fayette Christian School. So stay with us right here on the fall season Student Athlete Award winners at the Epifano McDonald's on the Epifano Sports Network. All right, our first guest is a young gentleman, likes to play football and play more football and play yet even more football. He's a good one. Alex Horney's with us right now. Alex, how many yards did you get this year?
On the ground, I think it totaled at 1,770-ish, and I threw for around 600.
So you had over 2,300 yards in total offense.
Yes, sir.
Did anybody else on the team help you out?
Surely, yeah.
It seemed like you had all the yardage there for a while. Well, I think we talked to Ryan a little bit, your head coach, Ryan Haynes, but I wanted to kind of get your gist. I can't remember if it was the first game or second game you played Waynesville and you guys were on television.
Right.
Tell us how'd that come about, or what was your thought process when you realized you guys were on TV?
Well, we had our start to the season banquet, our kickoff banquet for football. I think it was in the summer, right before the season started, and the coach told us that we had scheduled that Thursday night lights game, and we were all really excited and looking forward to it. And we knew it was going to be a good game because the year prior we lost to them in a close game at Waynesville. So it was a special game, and one that we'll definitely remember for a while.
I bet.
Yeah.
You played quarterback.
Right.
And did you play on defense at all?
I strong safety, but I didn't play much. No.
Well, you're too valuable on the offensive side, son. I mean, you don't want to use it too much to get hurt or anything like that.
Right.
Who'd you play that you thought maybe was your toughest opponent?
I would say, there's a few of them, but week 2 in the playoffs, Lima Bath, I think that was probably one of our toughest games.
How far did you guys go in the playoffs?
We lost in the third round.
Third round?
Yeah.
So that was what, the Elite 8 or?
16.
Oh, so you guys got to the Sweet 16?
I believe so, yeah.
That's pretty good. And you guys were state ranked?
Yes.
I think what, 8th? I think it's what you end up tied 8th?
8th sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the team that you guys played also tied 8th in the rankings?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I thought it was weird. I thought, wow, both the teams are state ranked, both tied for 8th place in the final polls, and you're playing each other.
Yeah.
You can't picture that any clearer.
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your grades. What are some of the academic things that you do?
Well, the last 2 years I've taken college classes online. So.
What else is new? Every student I've talked to today has done college.
Well, I feel like that's like kind of like the new thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's starting to pick up on it, but I only go to school for 1 period this year, and I take physics honors, AP physics.
Really?
So.
You have future plans that you would like to do, or?
I think I'd like to study pre-med somewhere in college. I'm just keeping the options open right now. I think I definitely want to play football too.
Okay.
But so I have a couple schools that are looking at me, but nothing official. Just trying to keep the options open,
Okay. You play any other sports?
Basketball.
Okay.
And that's all.
You guys got your first win last night, right? Under your new coach?
Yep.
So that's good. You'll be part of the McDonald's tournament. It's coming up later on this month. We'll talk more about that later on. But so we might see you there. Are you starting?
Okay. Yes, sir.
What position?
Point guard.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, Alex. You're the Greenview Male Student Athlete Award winner for this year, for the fall season. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Who knows? You may be back for the winter season. It's hard to tell. We've had repeat winners or something like that. But congratulations to you, okay? All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to his coach right after this. Well, we're back here now with Ryan Haynes, the head football coach of the Greenview Rams. Ryan has had an award-winning season as well. You were named the Co-Division 5 Coach of the Year in the state of Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Wow. How'd you get that award?
Kids like Alex.
Good answer. Good answer.
We have a really good football team, and I have amazing assistant coaches. I've been had a lot of people the last obviously week or so been telling me congratulations, and it does mean a lot. But that's a staff award. I mean, my assistant coaches go above and beyond for the kids, and that's why we have had a great season. We have great athletes who buy into our system and our culture, and again led to a nice season. And I'm the one that gets rewarded for it, but it's a team effort. It's a group effort.
Oh, good. I'm glad you stated it that way, because I know that you're right. You're kind of the guy, the face of the program, but there's so many people behind you that have to do the work and things like that, including this fella, Alex. Tell us a little bit about him.
I mean, as you just mentioned, I'm the face of the program, but there's so many people behind it. I mean, to be a head football coach and have a quarterback like Alex is a special thing. Actually, when he texted me last night and said, "Are you going to be at the show tomorrow?" and I said, "Yeah, I'll be there." I said, "Anything I can do to call you my quarterback, 1 or 2 more times." But having a kid like Alex, it was evident to us when he was a sophomore. He got thrusted into a starting role due to injuries, starting quarterback, and he's just so poised. He's so calm, and he just leads. I mean, he mentioned he's the starting point guard on the basketball team. He's a college CCP kid with a high GPA. I mean, he's got good morals and standards. I mean, having a kid like Alex is a blessing. It really is.
When you look at your program overall, were you able to accomplish what you set out to do this season, or did it maybe succeed or the level that you wanted?
That's a good question. I think for me as a coach, a head coach, it is really, really hard to ever be satisfied. Walking off the field against Indian Lake in week 13, I was a little dejected, and I felt like we could have and should have won that football game in a lot of different weeks. And John Enix, I don't know if you know John Enix.
Yes,
he used to be the head coach at Courthouse for a while. He's my defensive line coach, and he texted me. He's like, "Coach," he said, 12-win football seasons don't come along very often.
Right.
You said you enjoy those as much as you can. I think it's my personality and the nature of the job. I will always feel like we come up short. It's just who I am. But I've taken stock the last couple of weeks and to think about just the kids in our program I've gotten to be around this year. I've had more fun coaching in 2024 than I probably had my whole career. I mean, it wasn't just because we were winning football games.
Right.
It's just because the kids and the parents and the coaches I got to be around was a blessing. So it was a successful season for me in that realm.
I think I've asked about every coach the same thing, is that, you got seniors like Alex now. He's going to be going on to do great things, I'm sure. What, is it kind of like losing a son per se?
In a way. I mean, I've got boys of my own, and I can see them. I can see my boys in them. But I told the kids that for me, one of the hardest things in coaching, the worst part of coaching, is when the kids have to leave. It's hard. I mean, you just build such a relationship with them, and it's not a sport. Football's not a sport where you're with your guys, August through November. I mean, the weight room's going to be open for us in a couple weeks. I mean, it's a year-round thing. And as a teacher in the building for 13 years and being in the district, I get to see them in the hallways. I live in the community. I'm from the community. I see them all summer long at the beach. I see them in their jobs. I mean, it's a really hard thing when they leave. I mean, we haven't had our banquet yet. We actually have it Monday. And the banquets are hard for me. The kids always tease me because I'm a crier. I'll admit that. They tease me, but it's just hard to watch them go.
Yeah.
But I know they're going to do great things.
Well, I think I've talked to every coach, and every one of them gets a little teary-eyed. So
you have to.
You're not. Yeah. It's got to be special. It's got to be special. So, well, appreciate you coming over, talking about Alex, talking about the program.
Yeah.
Again, congratulations to you and the staff and the kids for the awards that you won, and for an outstanding season for the Rams. And wish you guys the best of luck. And like the old saying is, let's do it again next year.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right.
Absolutely.
Ryan Haynes, the head football coach of the Greenview Rams. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little volleyball right after this. All right, we're back here now. We're going to be talking to a couple of young ladies that won the awards for their respective school. First of all, we're going to go with Fayette Christian. Corbin Nolt's with us right now. Corbin is a freshman.
Yes.
Man, it seems like I've been watching you grow up for the last 4 or 5 years. My goodness, girl. Tell us a little bit about your season. How'd it go?
It went pretty well. I don't know. We won over 50% of our games, so we did pretty well, but I mean, we definitely could have won more games, but.
Well, that's the attitude, girl.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah.
I want more. When I got the information from the league, you were the co-player of the year?
Yes.
Well, that's a pretty special award.
Thank you. Yeah, I was super excited.
What did you do to earn that?
I don't know. I broke a few records for my school. So like I broke the kill season, like in a game, the amount of kills that I got.
How many did you get?
The game was, I think it was 15 in a game.
Okay.
And then in a set was a 7 in a set.
Okay.
So I did that. So that just kind of put me like in a spot. They just picked.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You had, I think, Dad said you had 105 kills or something like that, or
129.
129. That's like I said, 129. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Now, people talk about kills and digs and spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like volleyball is a violent sport at times.
Yeah, I guess it is.
What's your strategy when you go out to the court? I mean, do you have a certain strategy? You guys have a plan, or you practice certain things, or you have to kind of go on the fly, or what?
I mean, there's like spots that you have to stand, I guess, like get ready for defense and offense and stuff, but I guess just do the best you can. I don't.
Who's the toughest team you went up against this year?
Probably Wilmington Christian. So I don't think we won against them at all.
Really?
But we played them in the tournament and we did pretty well, but we did lose that game. And then our other tough team was Ross County Christian, which we did beat once in the tournament. So that was a really big accomplishment.
I would say Fayette Christian and Ross County seems to have a nice little rivalry going on over the years.
Yeah.
You know, Nick, when we was doing the games and stuff, it doesn't matter what the sport was, you guys were going. And it seems like Wilmington now is starting to come on a little bit strong and stuff like that, and some of the different sports as well. Now, as a freshman, you playing other sports?
Yes, I'm playing basketball, and then I also play club volleyball. So.
Okay, so you do some of the off-season stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you playing in basketball?
Like what position?
Yeah.
I'm like a wing, and then I also play post sometimes, but
Okay.
not as often.
You start?
Yes.
How many points you got?
So far, like, I don't actually know really.
You don't know how many points a game you're averaging?
Well, like, I get like 10 points a game maybe.
6.
There we go.
See? You don't need, I'm not criticizing. I mean, you know, most kids don't know what they're scoring anyway until the end of the
Yeah.
season. Said, oh, really? Okay, fine. You move on. So when do you play club volleyball?
Well, it started like last month, I'd say, but I have like one practice a week, and then the tournaments don't start till the end of January.
Okay.
So
by that time, basketball should be starting to wind down just
Yeah.
a little bit, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So which club do you play for?
I play for Spiketown. It's based out of Chillicothe.
Yeah, that's top-notch program. So
Yeah.
you'll learn a lot from them as well. So, all right, well, congratulations. You are the Fayette Christian School Female Student Athlete Award winner. I'd say hang around, we'll take pictures, but we already did that, so
Okay.
you're done.
Thank you.
We'll turn out, Dad. We'll talk to your dad here in
Okay.
just a second. Let's take a break, and we'll talk to Lonnie right after this. she's on the front line?
Yeah, so she plays outside hitter, but she plays in the front. She's outside hitter, but then in the back, her defensive skills are impressive as well. So she has just a knack for where the ball's going to be, and like she said, she's playing club. So picking up club obviously is a big help on the off season.
I know that you're probably like a lot of coaches. It's not like you've got tons of students. You're not a D1 school where you got kids can be specialized and stuff. You got kids that you got to share with other sports and stuff like that. How much you encourage multi-sports athletes?
I think multi-sport athletes are definitely the way to go. I mean, it makes them well-rounded. They work in the off-season. Obviously, we think volleyball should be a priority, but that's just kind of a personal preference there.
Yeah.
But having students play multiple sports, I definitely think encourages the growth there. So.
All right.
In the beginning, we lost audio. So
I'm sorry?
we lost audio for some of the beginning.
We lost the audio.
You go over what you were talking about the other schools you played.
Oh, the other schools that you play, you lost to? Okay. So we mentioned before, in case, I guess we're back on, was that Ross County and Wilmington was probably the stronger schools along with you guys this year.
Yeah, so Wilmington has been a force in volleyball here lately. This year they were starting, I think, 5, maybe 6 seniors, as opposed to our, we weren't starting any seniors, so that definitely was the challenge. We did lose to them twice in the season, and then also in the tournament as well. But our girls played well against them, so that's always good to see. I mean, as a coach of a young team, that's what you want to see is your team play well, and they played well, so I couldn't ask for more.
How much growth did you see from your team this year?
I saw tremendous growth from our team. One of the things definitely stood out was the teamwork. Like I said, we were playing teams with that were much taller than us. I mean, if you lined up our lineup, some teams had 6-7 inches on all of our players.
Wow.
Which is a challenge at the net. But in terms of growth throughout the season, they progressed tremendously, and just the teamwork mentality of the team was spectacular.
Well, it's great. You guys got 11 wins with the tournament included, over 500. That's always a good foundation to build on. And as you mentioned, no seniors, so you got everybody back, and who knows who move into the school system next year. You might maybe you get a 6'4" girl or something.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
You never know. I'll start recruiting here or something like that.
Right now, some of our tallest players are 7th graders, so
oh, wow.
we have some room to build on that.
Okay, good enough. Well, Lonnie, appreciate you coming out today talking about the girls program, and I know you're very, very proud of Corbin, not only as a daughter but also as a player and what she's meant to your program, and wish you guys the best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll talk soccer right after this here on the Fall Season Student Athlete Awards program. All right, we're back here with our Student Athlete Awards program. We're now going to talk to a young lady from Greenview High School soccer program, Maya Simpson. Maya, this is your first time here.
Yes, it is.
Well, I would have remembered you from another show. But anyway, you're a senior?
I'm a junior.
That's what I said. You're a junior, right?
Yes.
I'm always
Yes,
messing them up.
okay.
So, okay. I usually say everybody's a senior, and they say, no, I'm a freshman. What? You can't be that. Anyway, so you're a junior.
Yes.
Now, your coach nominated you, and I started looking through the different things that they talked about as far as your accomplishments.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, this is a star in the making. You have got all kinds of different records, all kinds of postseason honors. So for the folks that are home watching this, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, looked at the camera and said, here's what I was able to do this year.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. So tell them what you did.
So this year, I'll say overall as a team, which is one of my proudest things, we were 18-3-1. Personally, I got first team in the league. I got first team district and district player of the year. I made our regional team, and my team won districts this year, first time ever for school girls soccer, and that's probably one of my favorite moments.
Wow, so that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I'm sure you do good things in the classroom as well, right?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm doing pretty good.
What's going on there?
Right now I'm taking Algebra 2 honors, Chemistry honors, and AP Bio, and I have a 4.0 right now.
These kids, I mean, they're taking some of the toughest courses. Oh, yeah, we're doing a 4.0. Straight A's, I mean, it's no big deal. You know, it's like, come on. Now, is any of those college courses?
Yeah, I take 2 college courses. I take English and I take political science.
Okay, so obviously, all the kids we've had today is taking college courses, it seems like, and things like that. What seems to draw kids to want to do something like that? Are you trying to get your education done earlier, or is it something that you want to be challenged by, or what?
I think it's more of a challenge thing. It's just kind of nice, like going home and working at your own pace, because I go home after 3rd period, so that's just really nice with that too.
So they don't call you up and say, hey, where's my at?
No, I just go home.
You don't know where you're at.
Nope, I'm at home.
What school are you going through as far as your online courses?
I do English for Wright State and political science through Clark State.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of unusual to have 2 different colleges.
Yeah, Wright
and
State
stuff.
didn't have a class I could take, so I had to go to Clark State.
Even though you're a junior and stuff like that, are you looking at possibly going after you graduate to one of those schools or something?
I mean, I really want to play soccer in college, so wherever fits the best, so that's where I'm going to.
I will say some of your credentials, district player of the year and stuff like that, shows that, you've got some talent and stuff like that. What position are you playing on the soccer team?
For high school, I play striker.
Striker?
Yeah.
Okay, for the average fan, such as me, don't know all the terminology sometimes. What's a striker?
It's the very top player. Me and one of my teammates named Daly, we play up top together, and pretty much the goal scorers, I guess. So. Okay,
so you're the ones getting that ball down the field?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's it called? It's not called the field. They call it another name on the soccer field. Tony, help me out. What's the other name for the soccer field? I can't remember what it's called.
Other name for the soccer field?
Yeah, people call it something else. What is it? Nobody knows.
In my day, it was the field.
Okay, we'll just call it the field then. We'll let it go. I'm sorry. It escaped my mind. I knew
This is when we needed the audio to go out, right?
Yeah, that's young, best up. Oh well. Anyway, so are you playing like at mid-court toward the goal, or are you all over the field?
I'm pretty much up top, like the very top player, like left to right, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the closest to the goal.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you play other sports?
I play softball.
Oh, okay. What position you play there?
For high school, I play shortstop.
Oh, okay. So you get a lot of balls hit your way and stuff like that?
Definitely, yeah.
So are you saying you'd rather play soccer or softball?
I'd rather play soccer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Coach heard that. She's happy with it. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Even though I couldn't think of what the other word for the soccer, I'll probably think of it about 2 hours after I leave here. It comes up.
There is one.
There is. I know what it is. I just can't think of it right now. But I know there's another word for a soccer field. But anyway, congratulations
Thank you.
for getting the award.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to your coach here in just a few moments, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back right after this. All right, we're back, and we have come up with the word that we were waiting on. The word is pitch. Right, Coach?
Yes.
All right, she knew it right away. I mean, it was just unbelievable that, the coach, you should know these things, right?
Yes.
All right, Nikki?
Yes.
Harley.
Hurley.
Harley.
Hurley with a H-U-R.
Oh, really?
That's spelled right.
It's spelled right. That's the main thing. He wrote I typed them all up. He got that part right. I'm looking at my writing and it's terrible.
You're fine.
All right, Nikki, tell us a little bit about this young lady. It seems like she's a little bit of everything for you this year.
Yeah, she's an all-around fantastic player. She can play pretty much anywhere on the field that I put her. Now, she's not a fan of being in the back, but, she'd play there if I let her. She's a great teammate. She's a great leader, and she's awesome in the classroom as well.
I gotta say, a lot of times that we're talking to coaches and stuff like that, that's one of the things that I like to emphasize. Yeah, they're a good athlete, but boy, they got it up here.
She does.
They're smart.
Yes, she is.
But that makes a better athlete, though, right?
Absolutely.
Because it helps it easier to coach and things like that?
Yes, definitely.
Tell us about your season. She talked about the success you guys had. Is this one of you guys' best seasons in a while?
It's the best season they've ever had at Greenview. We were 18-3-1, broke the school record of wins in a season with 18. Won district finals, so we were district champs this year for the first time in school history.
Wow!
And then made it to the regional semifinal game and lost by 1. So.
How long have you coached?
This was my 5th year.
5th year, okay. Yeah. So you're going to start getting spoiled now, right?
I hope so.
This is going to be every year now, yeah?
That's the plan.
Girls, we ain't going to be a Sweet 16. We have failed.
That's right.
But when you have young players like this that still she'll be coming back next year and things like that. Are you really a young team, or is it very veteran?
We're probably going to be younger this year. We only graduated 5, but we have a pretty big freshman class coming in. Okay. So we're going to be young, but we're going to be tough.
Well, that's going to put even more emphasis on having Maya and her leadership role for you.
Yes, absolutely. She's going to have to step into that leadership role, and she did last year as well, but pretty much, she's going to be one of the big leaders on this team. So. Do
you coach softball by any chance?
I do not.
Okay, I thought, she likes softball, but
she's very good at softball too. Very good.
When you talk to and coach your students and things like that, what are some of the things that you try to bestow upon them? I mean, you can talk about soccer for so long, but there's other things that you got to try to invest in these young ladies.
Right. Well, and first, they're not athletes. Sorry, they're students first.
Right.
School comes first, no matter what. And we've always tried to, tell them, if you're not doing it in the classroom, you're not going to be doing it on the field. So I think that's a big thing. I want them to understand that you have to do the work in the classroom, and you just have to be a good person, in school, outside of, because you're reflecting Greenview High School as well as Greenview girls soccer. They know who you are, and so if you're doing some silly stuff, it looks bad on the school and the soccer program. Yeah. So.
You don't want any jerks.
No, we don't. I have a really, really good team, a lot of good kids, and they're fun. Yeah,
like I said, there's a lot of good kids over at Greenview. Yes. We've had a chance to work with them over the years and stuff, and some good coaches, including yourself. And you're investing back into the young people, and that's a nice reward as a coach that you can invest into kids and see them growing up and stuff like that.
Right.
How much growth have you seen from her over the years that? You kind of smile a little bit like, oh, I remember when you were like a freshman.
Yeah, when she came in, she actually practiced with us when she was in 8th grade.
Really?
She'd come to the open fields before her 8th grade season, so we kind of got to look at her, then. But when she came in as a freshman, she was really quiet, very timid. She's still pretty quiet, but she's more vocal, on the field than she was. But she's really come a long way. She's always been a good athlete. I mean, she's been on first team of our league since she was a freshman.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she's just a great athlete and a great kid. So I'm excited to see what next year brings for her.
Okay, now with the off season coming up, of course there's other sports and stuff involved, and I'm sure you probably encourage the kids to participate in other activities. When can you start maybe working on the off season?
June 1st is when we're allowed to start. We get a certain amount of open field days for them, but we can work with like 6 at a time, like my assistant coach and I. So we could start practicing now if we wanted to.
Oh, okay.
But you can only work with a few at a time, so you're not breaking any rules. And,
Right.
But a lot of my kids play other sports, and they're playing their club soccer seasons as well. So we try to give them, some time off and, go do other things, and then we'll come back in June and get started. So.
I got to say, everybody needs a break.
Absolutely.
Not only the kids, but also the coaches as well.
I mean, I'm ready to get started, right now, but kind of got to give them a little time off.
Yeah.
So they need that. Their bodies need that.
Now the kids are they in the lifting weights and stuff like that?
Yes, they do. I know she does for softball too.
Okay.
So we're going to start doing that coming up. So.
Well, all the years I've been doing sports and stuff, that's probably in the last 5 years especially. I've always seen where the guys would always, lift weights,
Right.
but the girls are starting to even do it even more and more.
Absolutely.
And it just makes them stronger and things like that.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, Nikki, thanks so much for nominating
Yes.
Maya. And
easy.
she's a good one.
She is. She's a keeper.
And we're going to keep a good eye on her for next year.
Yes.
We'll have to watch softball too,
Oh yeah, she's
She
great.
may be back again.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
100%.
All right, Nikki, thanks for joining us. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
with our final guest right after this here on the Fall Sports Student Athlete Awards program. All right, we're back here right now, and Jake Crichton with. Oh, I'm sorry. You're Jake. Yeah, Jake.
This is ugly, Jake.
Yeah. Jake Crichton, of course, was the male Fayette Christian School student athlete. Had to work today and couldn't be with us, and so we asked Pastor Tony to come in and fill in a little bit, and we'll talk about Jake and a few other things going on at the church. So let's talk about Jake first. Jake has taken the storm as far as soccer this year.
Yes.
Set some records and stuff like that.
He has. He was just all over the field. Would be able to do anything you asked him to do. He was a scorer, and he was able to really take the passes and go with them up front on the line. And then when they needed him, he would jump back and really play some of the things that Brady Bumpus used to play in that middle. And because you really had a young team. We lost a lot last year. And so Heath has done a great job. Heath Johnson's our coach. He's just done a great job with the kids, and he had a lot of young kids. And Jake helped with that. Jake was very good with helping younger kids too. He didn't just ignore it and say, "Hey, it's just about me."
Right.
So he was a very unselfish player, but very helpful with the young kids too.
I gotta say, I have him down here. He had he sent me information. He had 43 goals, 19 assists. I think it's 105 points. I get two for every goal, 1 for assist, or something like that.
Well,
something like
points.
Points. They get it points. He set. Well, that's a pretty good record there.
That's a good record there.
He ended up the team had a winning season.
Yep.
And he's just a good player.
He was just an all-around good player with the kids, great character. You know, one of the things we try to emphasize is not just being an athlete and being a good player, but all-around character. How are you going to use this to help other people? And one of the things that Jake did several times is after we played, we'd ask the other team to come to the middle of the field and pray. And he led in prayer several times. And it's good to see that. It's good to see that leadership. And of course, his parents Paul Crichton, Pastor Paul Crichton, and Kristen Crichton. Very, very supportive. Kristen teaches in our school, and just a wonderful family, especially in our community, in teaching that character to kids. So we're just thrilled to have the Crichtons with us, and Jake, and of course his siblings had played for us and all that.
Yeah.
So he's the youngest coming up, though.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
The baby of the group.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I want to make one correction. I read the wrong line here. He had 32 goals.
32 goals.
Yeah. Maya was the one that had the 43
I was going
goals.
to say, that was a lot.
That's a lot of goals. But the team scored 75 goals overall, so, he almost got half of them.
Got half of them.
So that's pretty good. All right, let's talk a little bit about Fayette Christian.
Yeah.
The school, 50 years, right?
50 years this year, the Lord's blessing. We're chartering, so we've already started the chartering process, got most of that done. And so that's going to allow people in the community that would like a Christian-based education, a biblical-based education, to come to our school and get a voucher for the tuition. And so we haven't seen a lot of folks come yet, but it's really helped our parents, because most of our parents are able to use those scholarships and come. And so we're just looking at broadening the help of churches in the community and Christian families in the community. Say, hey, we want a biblically based education. Mm-hmm. And so we're just excited about what God's going to do there. Just in the early stages here of that. So we're about 140 students right now. The facility can take a little over 200 students. So we'll see what the Lord has for us.
Let me ask you one question. We've heard a lot of students today talk a little bit about that they're involved with Fellowship of Christian Athletes in the public schools and stuff like that. As a pastor, what's that mean?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think that Fellowship of Christian Athletes to come alongside, again, I think their philosophy is teach character, teach godliness, reach out to these kids and say, hey, listen, God has given you a talent in sports. How are you going to use it for Him? We've seen that recently with the Ohio State guys, right?
Yes, right.
Real revival happening there, and these guys say, I'm playing for the Lord Jesus Christ. Listen, that's important. And when we get that, and that's just another avenue that the Christian school has to help with there. And so we're looking forward to seeing all those things. But in our sports program, we want them to glorify Christ. Right. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do all to the glory of God. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of the basis of what we want to do.
All right. Well, again, Jake Crichton was the male student athlete for the soccer program. 32 goals for the season. Outstanding job. Basketball-wise, he's tearing her up.
He is. He may be our next
all-time leading scorer the way he's going, so we'll keep an eye on that, see how that progresses as well. But he's an outstanding young man, and we wish him the best of luck. Thank you so much. I know you're quite busy. You got things still going on at the church, and
a lot of things going on. We thank Nick and McDonald's and Randy. We thank you for all you do for our community, and I'm sure every coach that's here would say thank you with all the schools, because this helps. It gets the word out there, and so we appreciate that. This is a ministry too, so we appreciate you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with our final comments right after this. All right, well, that kind of went quick today, didn't it? But that's okay. We got the chance to talk to some outstanding young people and coaches and administrators of the program, and we hope that you enjoyed it as well. So we're going to take a break for a while. When we come back, I don't know when our next show is going to be, but it'll be maybe soon. Whatever it is, we'll let you know. on the Epifano Sports Network Facebook page. We'll post it and let you know what's going on, or on our Fayette 43160 page as well. Our thanks to Nick for everything he's done for us personally and for our family, and also for the community. He's a good guy. He really is. And once again, as he says before, he thanks his employees for all the labors that they have doing at his restaurants, but they also thank you, the community, for supporting them, because that way they can give back in such as programs as student athletes to honor our young people. So if we don't get a chance to see you before the holidays, we hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Don't drink and drive. They don't mix. And until the next time we meet, I'm Randy Young. Thanks for joining us here on the Epifano Sports Network.